Welcome, folks, to Glendale, Arizona and State Farm Stadium, site of this year's Verbo Fiesta Bowl, which, of course, is part of the college football playoff. It's time now for the quarterfinals. For the top 4 seeds, a time to begin their quest for the national championship. But they run into a battle-tested team already coming off one playoff victory, trying to shock the world here today and make the semifinals. As we'll see the number 5 seed in this playoff, the Pittsburgh Panthers, taking on the number 4 seed in the playoff, the Iowa State Cyclones. 3A Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, here in the booth with Kirk Herbstreit. And here we go, a college football playoff quarterfinal game. We'll see which team's going to be moving on. Kickoff team out there. We're ready to rumble for this college football playoff game. And the return starts just inside the end zone. And he's brought down at the 12. That's poor field position to start the drive. So Pittsburgh's offense starts with less than ideal field position thanks to that return. Always enjoyed coming to the Fiesta Bowl over the years, and of course we got the modern silver stadium here sitting in the desert ready for this showdown.
Well, it's so many great memories here, Chris. Think back to the Boise State, Oklahoma back in '07. How about the classic between Oklahoma State and Stanford with Andrew Luck in 2012? And then the shocker just a few years ago with TCU over Michigan in 2022. This game has a history of providing the...
They pressure him and sack him to be tackled inside the 10.
This is exactly how you can slow down the momentum and a rhythm of an offense. You got to get some tackles for a loss and some sacks. This time, they come up with a sack by getting after that quarterback.
The offensive line will have to regroup after the sack. It's 2nd and 13. Looking to pass. It's Holstein. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. They bring him down after a short gain there.
You know, they're completing passes, but they're not getting the ball downfield. It puts a lot of pressure on your receivers to make plays after the catch. Now you're 3rd down and long. You're going to have to get the ball thrown downfield if you want to be able to put drives together.
Going for a big play downfield. And that's incomplete. They weren't afraid to let it fly, but it brings up a 4th down.
How about that? First play of the game in a playoff game, you take a shot downfield and you hit it for big yards. Now you got some momentum here early in the game.
And on 4th down, the punter sends it away. And the ball fair caught right at midfield. The Cyclones offense out there for their first possession. All right, Kirk, let's take a quick look at the impact players for today's game and how they're going to affect the outcome.
These are your leaders on the field and in the locker room. These are your go-to guys, not only when you need a play to be made, but also when you need somebody to rally your team.
The pass rush closing in, looking to set up a screen pass here. The tackle is made, not the big play they were looking for, but a pretty solid game.
Early on in a football game, the offense always wants to try to develop just a nice rhythm to their offense. That time, just a simple screen to the running back, and they build some confidence on this first drive with a nice play.
Short throw complete to the tight end. Finally, they get him. A great tackle by the quarterback. Not easy with that size difference.
Boy, that's pretty good coverage here by this defense. Not much of a window to throw this ball into, but the quarterback's accuracy and the size of the tight end picks up a nice game.
Makes a quick catch. Ball carrier heads out of bounds, but the pickup is good enough to move the chains. 1st down.
Chris, we get so caught up in these wide receivers and their playmaking ability of getting them the ball in space. Like the defense has to pay attention to them. Often too much attention opens up an underneath drag route like this, and quarterback makes a good read. Nice 1st down.
Well, that was that excellent linebacker with a clear path just running downhill quickly.
You know, I think one of the great things about watching this guy play all year is his vision. He just has great instincts. That time, the defensive line ate up all the linemen, freed up the linebacker to get into the backfield, and the result is a tackle for a loss for the backer. Chris, a great ability by this quarterback to get outside of the pocket and place the football right where it needs to be for the first down.
On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Makes the catch. Can he get in? Really solid first down gain. He's just short of the marker, so maybe a chance here to take a downfield shot. So here comes 2nd down now. Every play important down here in the red zone. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Iowa State.
Here they just rely on the big boys up front to get a good push in some tough yards to put 6 points up on the board.
Now the all-important extra point. PAT makes it 7-0. Kickoff team on the field getting set now. He's going to bring this out a few yards deep in the end zone. Solid coverage there. They get him at the 15. That's where the offense will take over. And the Panthers offense is back out on the field. They were held to a quick 3-and-out last time, looking to put together a positive drive here. Off the play fake, looking to throw on 1st down. Oh, a sack. The senior on this defense making a big play.
Well, that's their 2nd sack already in this game right now. And this offensive coordinator, he's going to have to come up with some changes in pass pro. Keep a tight end in, roll the quarterback out, anything they can do to help him out. Otherwise, this poor guy's going to spend his entire playoff experience on his back.
So this offense faces a 2nd and 15. The O-line needs to regroup. Looking to pass. It's Holstein. QB to the tight end for a completion. And he'll pick up the 1st down, stopped at the 27. The Panthers hustle to the line to run the hurry-up. Snags the quick throw. Defense surrounds him. Just a short gain on that completion.
How about this defense? That is called team pursuit. Swarming to this wide receiver on the screen and not allowing him to get his momentum upfield.
Quarterback looking to throw it on 2nd down. Sideline catch made, but out of bounds short of the 1st down. They tackle him. Looks like it's going to be just short of the marker, inches away. An important. Attempt for this offense. Secondary up now, trying to jam these receivers. Looking to chuck it again. This one's going to fall incomplete. Brings up 4th down.
Man, on your own side of the field, you're playing a risky game here. 3rd and short. Your goal should just be keep this drive alive the best way you can sometimes is just hand the ball off to your running back and have him get behind that offensive line and go to work. Curious to see what they do now here on this 4th and short.
And the Iowa State offense takes the field now. They scored a touchdown on their last possession. Let's see if this defense can make adjustments and prevent that this time. Tackled quickly after the catch. He'll be short of the mark.
We see this all over the country now in college football. Defensive backs staying back a little bit deeper, forcing the quarterback to have to throw things in front. I like the decision here by the quarterback because he gets positive yards.
Oh, and he breaks free. It's a foot race. And a big game before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
Well, this is what you see all over college football and even up, obviously, in the NFL. These tight ends are really recruited as big receivers, and they can get one-on-one matchups, and they've got speed after the catch. This is a short throw. You can see what he does after the catch, and he is a tough matchup for whether it's a safety, a nickel, or a linebacker.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. And he'll set up to throw. Looking for his big tight end. And it's complete downfield. He's tackled quickly, but the yardage is good enough for the 1st down. The offense will line up. Chance for a couple more plays before the end of the quarter. First down, looking to throw the ball. Caught in the flat by the running back. Runner scoots out of bounds after gaining decent yards. Well, Kirk, Iowa State has the lead here, and the first quarter is in the books. What is a huge opportunity for both these programs to get a step closer to a national championship. Through one period, these teams are finding out that playoff games just feel different. Who can handle the nerves better as we head to the second? Important second down play coming up. Offense looking to throw the ball. Checks this down to the running back. And the gain just good enough for a first down. And the Cyclones come to the line to start a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake, looking to throw. Running out of time in the pocket. Got him. He's sacked.
Well, you got to do a better job with your fake as the quarterback. The defense did not bite at all in the play action, allowing them to continue to come after the quarterback and come up with that sack.
He'll try a pass here. Here's a wide-open receiver, complete. Brought down at the 3, but that's enough for a first and goal.
Well, this receiver has just that combination of speed and natural ball skill ability to be able to come up with play after play. Already over 50 yards here in this first half.
On the ground, trying to punch it in for the score. Couldn't quite get in, but they're knocking on the door at the 1.
You know, when real estate gets tight inside the 10-yard line, you love a play caller who has the ability to either run it or throw it. That puts so much pressure on that defensive coordinator to know how to line up. It's not just a one-dimensional attack he's dealing with.
Here's a carry for the fullback. Fights his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Cyclones.
Ah, the hammer. Second down and goal. Who better than the big fullback to get behind that big bruising offensive line? Old school touchdown for this offense.
So they'll try to add to the lead now with a PAT. The kick sails through, so the lead is 14-0. Kickoff team has come on the field now to send this one away. He'll bring it out from his end zone. Tackled at the 14. Not very good field position to start here. And the Pittsburgh offense is back out on the field. The last drive stalled. They were forced to punt it away. Let's see what they can come up with this time. This line getting set up. It's a first down play. The back's got it. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
That back just had nowhere to go. Got to give credit to the defense and their run fits on that play.
So it's second down and long here from the 13. Looking downfield, it's Holstein. Fires it to the wideout. And he's got his man open downfield. Moves the ball out across the 30. That's good for a first down.
We'll see if the defense stays in zone after that big play, or if they can change things up on this drive and get a little bit more aggressive.
And the quarterback keeps it on the option. Solid gain, moves the ball to the 36. The Panthers will hustle to the line to crank the tempo. Second down, we're going to throw it. That's the running back who makes the catch across the middle. And he'll get the first down yards before they finally bring him down.
Defense kind of lost the running back here. Makes a nice catch and gets the first down in the process.
Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. The junior able to bring him down quickly. Getting set. Here's second down. Give it to the back again. And just a short gain this time. They're able to get him down. The offense going with the hurry up. It's third down. Quarterback in the shotgun. Can't hold on. Good defensive play brings up a fourth down.
It's a good job by the defense here on this third down. And now it's going to bring up a big fourth down play and a decision here for the head coach.
They'll kick it away here. The coverage team able to bring the returner to the ground. And the Cyclones offense is back out on the field now. This group has been clicking. They really built momentum. Can the defense make adjustments? Come up with a stop here. First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? They'll run it here. Tackle made at the 23 as they gain some important breathing room.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person who's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. That makes them block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks, more than enough for a first down.
What a pitch and catch by the quarterback and receiver for a big gain for this offense.
The offense really clicking against this embattled defense. Ball handed off. 5-yard gain, so it's 2nd and 5.
I'll take that every single time. Offensive line does a nice job up front. This back's vision and ability to get positive yards by lowering his pads on full display right there.
It's just the middle to get stuck. That one goes nowhere.
Chris, textbook job by the defense surrounding the runner and preventing that play from being bounced to the outside.
Third down, out of the shotgun. He bought some time, now lets it go. Flips it to the running back. Can he make the first down? It's the 2-minute warning. We've got a blowout developing here before halftime. Fourth down. He's throwing for it. Receiver makes the grab. They make the first down, brought down to the 31.
I thought the defense did a pretty good job here on this fourth down, but how about the quarterback? Throws an absolute laser to get that one in there for the first down.
Throws to the tight end. What a job to lay out and make the catch. They bring him down, but the veteran quarterback shows off that trademark arm strength. The Cyclones will line up on 1st and 10. From inside the red zone, they're looking to throw. And it falls incomplete. The defensive pressure hurried to throw that time.
It's pretty simple as a defensive coordinator. When the quarterback drops back to throw, if we get pressure on him, we got a chance to slow him down and win the football game. If we don't, could be a long afternoon. Good job here by dialing up the pressure.
He's running out of time here. Ball's incomplete, broken up by the defender nicely that time.
Some players just have a real knack for timing their jump, and that defender was able to get a big paw on the ball and bat it away.
The offense was moving well, but 2 incompletions sets up a 3rd and 10. Quick throw to the left, but it's incomplete. They miss an opportunity, and now it's 4th down. So it looks like they'll bring the field goal unit onto the field. And that kick right down the middle. Can't hit it any better than that. And that will extend their lead even further. Set for the kickoff here after adding to this big lead. He's going to bring it out of the end zone from a couple yards deep. Solid coverage there. They get him at the 15. That's where the offense will take over. And the Pittsburgh offense is back out on the field. They're in a hole here before they have a chance to regroup at halftime. Let's see if they can cut into this big lead. He's moving out of the pocket. He'll avoid the big hit with the slide. Timeout is called to talk strategy late in this close game with halftime approaching. Now it's 2nd down here. Back to pass. It's Holstein. Pressure is coming. The freshman introducing himself to the quarterback there. Timeout called by the defense. They'll go to the sideline and try to adjust. That's their first timeout. Well, a serious challenge for this offense. You don't want to be in 3rd and long inside your own 20. How much of a risk will they take to try to pick up this first down? Running with purpose.
That's a great play all around by this defense. Your first-level defenders hold their own at the point of attack, allowing the second and third-level players to roam free and make the tackle close to the line of scrimmage.
The Panthers will bring their punt team onto the field. He's on to boot it away now. He'll call for the fair catch here. Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. He'll come out throwing here to start the drive. It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw. Good pass rush there on first down.
And you got to love this if you're defensive coordinator. It's all about affecting the quarterback and getting pressure on him. This time they got to him and forced that incompletion.
Not much after the catch, but it is good enough for a first down. And the Cyclones come up to the line to crank the tempo up here. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Oh, that one's picked off. Look out, he's got some space. And he steps out of bounds. A solid return and a great play to set up his offense here.
Well, the quarterback ends up being a tad aggressive and ends up paying for it with a pick. I get that that might be part of his playing style, but there's a difference between being aggressive and being careless.
And the Panthers offense is back out on the field. And with time quickly fading here before halftime, wouldn't expect them to be too aggressive at this point. So they start the drive looking for some late fireworks here, less than 30 seconds before halftime. That one falls incomplete. Good defensive play, brings up second down. So the offense takes the field in the final seconds of the half. Chance for just a couple more plays. Corners back up now, playing a couple yards off the ball. Bringing pressure. And he can't escape. It's a sack for the defense. Now the offense will call a timeout here. Something they didn't like about what they saw there. Wanting to make an adjustment before this critical down. Punter has been very busy so far. Can they finally convert here on third down? Trying to flex the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. So they bring him down. They tried to run for it on third and long. A cautious play call. Doesn't work. So a timeout is called. Just a few seconds left here in the first half. The Panthers will line up to punt it away. And the returner elects to fair catch it. No return. Looks like the final play of the half coming up. He'll hand it off. And they get him down in what will be the final play of this first half. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update.
Thanks, Chris. These games, they never disappoint, regardless the score. And this one was filled with excitement and big plays throughout that first half. It's been a fun start to this one, and this offense has really been the story. They've opened up a sizable lead, and unless something drastic changes, things might get even more out of hand. A combination of lethal efficiency, and that offensive line has been the key. They've mauled that defense and also just about broken their will.
The Panthers will kick this away to start the second half. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. The offense will start at the 25. And here comes the Iowa State offense back onto the field now. First play of the third quarter is a handoff. Impressive spin there. He has first down yardage at the 46.
How about setting the edge there on the right side of that offensive line? I wouldn't be surprised if they keep going back to the well, pounding it behind that right guard and right tackle and tight end, seeing what additional damage they can do.
They get him down, but not before he gets to the plus 38. Tackle made, but a strong arm throw by the senior quarterback. A new set of downs after that completion.
Just much like we saw in the first half, this quarterback can put the ball right on the money. Now, you know the defensive coordinator at halftime spent all the time he could with his secondary to come up with answers on how to try to slow this guy down.
The Cyclones will have 1st and 10 here. Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. He's stopped, but he gets a first down.
Well, here's the first play to start this second half, and it's really more the same of what we saw in the first half. Really no need to make drastic changes. What you were doing in that first half gave you the lead. Just keep working on it.
Pass caught. Can he get in? Touchdown, Iowa State. And the route is on. How important was that touchdown, Kirk? It's now a 2-possession game here in the second half.
It's a great job of this offense with their execution and having situational awareness here in the second half. They now have, as you said, Chris, this 2-possession lead. They got a great chance to finish it off and get a win.
Kicking team on now for the extra point. The extra point is good, and they stretch the lead a little bit more. Here's the kickoff team now, set to boot this one away. And he's going to bring this out from a couple yards deep in the end zone. Solid coverage there. They get him at the 15. That's where the offense will take over. And the Pittsburgh offense is back out on the field. Last time was a quick 3-and-out. Can they get a drive going this time? And they'll stop him after a short gain.
Nice solid run here by this back. Did a nice job of just kind of finding that lane, pick up some positive yards there on 1st and 10.
Second down after that previous play. Handing off on the draw play. They'll tackle him right at the 25-yard line.
The draw is a good way to keep the defensive line in check and use their aggressiveness against them. It can be real effective, even in passing situations, if you mix it in correctly.
They'll try to pick up the 3rd down yardage on the ground. Brought down to the 28, and it's good enough for a first down.
Well, that shows you the trust they have in their offensive line and this running game to get to a 3rd down, just trying to come up with a way to be able to keep this drive alive, keep hope alive that you can come back in this game. You rely on Old Reliable with that offensive line, and they come through for you.
Play moves the ball to about the 45. That's good for a first down.
Nothing better than an offense on 1st down to be able to pick up big positive yards like that. You can either keep giving it to the back, or it can set up play action and get the defense to come up to the line of scrimmage, and you can throw it over top of them.
They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Well, how about this defense? Just so physical against the run. These guys have not been able to do anything on the ground, and it's because of that defensive line and those linebackers taking away the run game.
And that pass rush has trapped him. It's a sack.
And just like that, you squeeze the life out of this offense. That's another sack by this defense. They have been in that backfield the entire game, and a big reason why these guys are enjoying a lead.
Third down. The offense desperately needs a conversion here, trailing in the 3rd quarter. To throw, it's Holstein. It's a deep throw down the right sideline. And it's incomplete. They let it fly on 3rd down, but now it brings up 4th.
Well, this defense has been lights out all year long. In fact, it's been one of the best pass defenses in the country. Big reason why they're in this playoff, and they're living up to that standard today.
Returner decides to fair catch this. And the Iowa State offense takes the field now. And they'll start the drive here from the 23-yard line. Trying to find room. It's Lee. That's a nice tackle there by the senior. Second down after that run on the previous play. Play action fake. Looking to throw. And he dumps it off to the tight end. Maybe he'll make his way out of bounds after gaining decent yardage.
Nice play action call here by this offensive coordinator. You know, you can freeze those linebackers just for a split second. Usually that's going to give you enough room to be able to get that tight end behind them. And if the quarterback can make a nice tight throw like this, pick up some big yards.
How aggressive do you get on 1st and 10? The shotgun handoff here. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Offense getting set. It's 2nd down. Here's the snap. Looking to throw here. It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw that time. And now 3rd down coming up. They come to the line. A long way to go for the 1st down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. Drops back, looking to throw for it on 3rd down. Receiver makes the catch. They keep the drive going. It's a 1st down to the 46.
Another big play by this offense, and it continues to be the pass game between the offensive line, the receivers running good routes, and this quarterback making really accurate throws. They are dynamic and a tough offense to stop.
Tackle made after just a short gain.
Hey, listen, you don't always have to have big plays to be successful. It's a nice, solid game here. Keeps you on schedule, and you get ready for that next play.
Well, Kirk, Iowa State has the lead here. We've played 3 quarters with a chance to stay alive for the national championship. Let's check out the game summary here so far. And now entering the final period of play, is there an epic comeback in store? We're going to find out. Offense getting set for a 2nd down here to begin the quarter. Offense will keep it on the ground here. And they finally stop it, but a decent gain that time.
Well, I feel like they called that knowing chances are they're not going to hit a home run, but look at this. Put themselves in a perfect 3rd down situations, much more manageable. Now we'll see if they can convert.
Catch made across the middle by the running back. They've got him, but that completion good enough for 1st down yardage. And the Cyclones come to the line to start a fresh set of downs. Looks like the QB is changing the play at the line. Takes the ball, tries the right side here. Only a small gain. Now looking at 2nd and 9. Fans of the defense got to be frustrated. The offense cannot be stopped here. Movement here from the tight end. Off play action, he's looking to throw. Short connection to the tight end here. To get him down quickly, not much of a gain on that completion. Offense been in reverse here. Now a long way to go to convert this 3rd down. Dropping back, looking to throw for the 1st down. Quick completion to the tight end. He shreds the tackle. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a 1st down.
And I've really enjoyed watching this guy play all year, and it's been great to see him in person today, making good decisions, accurate throws, and keeping this offense moving.
Fights off the defender. They bring him down, but a big chunk of yardage on the play.
Boy, this offense just seems to get more confident as this football game is played out. They've got a nice lead. Here they are in the 4th quarter, just working that clock, possessing the football, and trying to get out of here with a nice, solid.
Junior steps up and makes an impact play.
Well, that's a big sack by this defense here on 1st down. Now, the offense still has opportunities to rectify this situation, but it's not the best way to start a 1st and goal situation.
Defense is coming after him. Tight end makes the grab. Brought down at the 7. The completion moves him closer to the goal line.
I mean, Chris, look at this guy. I mean, you talk about having a great day throwing the football and leading his team to a nice, comfortable lead late in the game, and it continues. The coach is showing confidence of what he can do.
He's got it right near the end zone. Touchdown, Cyclones. And this one is getting ugly.
That's another touchdown for these guys. Man, they have had a day that you dream about, whether it's the quarterback, the running back, the receivers, the offensive line. The entire unit has been dominant.
Now they line up to kick the extra point. PAT is good as they build on this big lead. Here's the kickoff team. Let's see if they give the returner an opportunity to bring this back. Returner looking to make a play here. Solid coverage there. They get him at the 15. That's where the offense will take over. And the Pittsburgh offense is back out on the field. The last possession, they were forced to kick it away. Can they finally get things going this time? Here's the first play of the drive now, backed up at the 15. The pocket breaking down. Not the accuracy we expect from this senior quarterback. He threw it behind the receiver. So second down after the incompletion. To the air. It's Holstein. Looking to scramble. Cannot escape. They've got him. It'll be a short loss, a yard or two.
Chris, I'm really surprised by the way this game has turned out. That's another sack by this defense. They've done such a great job of preparing a plan to get ready for one of the top quarterbacks in the country. They've kept him out of sync, applied pressure, and a big part of the reason they're enjoying this lead right now.
So a tricky situation here. Third and very long inside your own 20. How much of a risk do you take? You know this defense could be very aggressive at this moment. The throw complete to the running back underneath. Defense stops him short of the marker, so now it's fourth down.
Well, playing with the lead, good job by this defense to keep the receiver in bounds. Try to keep that clock moving, trying to secure a victory.
Needs a completion here on fourth down. He's got it, and that is enough for a first down. They've got it, but they convert on fourth down, and the drive keeps going.
Hey, that's a great gain right here for these guys. It hasn't been a good day, let's face it. But I love the fact that they're still fighting. And a drive like this, who knows what it could do for you. Maybe get points on the board, maybe not able to come back in this game, but, man, it could really help you down the road as far as showing what your character is about and how you're not giving up.
They make the tackle, but not before a solid gain on that pass. And that's the 2-minute warning here. This offense desperate to cut into this lead and then try to get the football back. Second down play coming up for this offense. Here's the snap, and he's looking to throw. Finds his target, and it's complete. And they wrap him up, but the gain is good enough for a first down.
How about this guy making this throw? I mean, they have harassed him all game long, and here we are in the fourth quarter. He takes another hit, and this time gets enough on it to be able to complete it. Great play by the quarterback.
They finally get him down, but an explosive play. The offense in business now at the 24. Hit getting set for the first and 10 coming up.
42, Spider. 4, here we go, set.
Dropping back, it's Holstein. Lets it go quickly. He's got it, looking for the end zone. The tackle is made. The offense is now set up with a first and goal from an 8. The Panthers hoping to punch it in here. They have first and goal. Here's the snap. Offense looking to throw the ball. Physical defending. That one falls incomplete. Brings up second down.
Boy, this offense has really struggled today, Chris, when it comes to throwing the football. They have dug themselves a huge hole. They're not going to have any chance of coming back. And I think one thing about this is you wonder where you go from here. You're hoping to make a play or two to give yourself a belief that things can get better, but it's just been a disastrous day for the offense.
The offense still looking for their first touchdown this game. Line up on third and goal now.
I mean, this defense is having their way with this offensive line. That poor quarter.
And he scores. Touchdown, Pitt.
Love this never-say-die attitude from this quarterback. He's still slinging it out there. This game's out of reach, but this guy's still putting the ball in the air, and this one's a touchdown.
And they'll set up now for the extra point try. After the PAT, the lead is still 31-7. Getting set to kick the ball off now. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. So a touchback will start at the 25. And the Cyclones offense is back out on the field now. What a satisfying feeling for this team. Just run out the clock and let the celebration begin. And now the handoff. They've got him after a 7-yard gain, so 2nd and 3.
That's the mark of a well-coached team. These guys don't even pay attention to the score. They're just out there executing and churning up yards. Good, solid run there as this clock continues to wind down. This offense has had a great day.
Of course, in the playoffs, it's survive and advance. This is a crucial W. Great performance, but now the stage gets even bigger. The challenges will continue going forward.
Yeah, more and more pressure will grow as this team continues to win football games, but you and I have been around this team all year long. So impressed with the emotions and how they're able to contain themselves, stay focused on the task at hand. They did that again today. They advance. Cannot wait to watch and see what they can do next week.
And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. For Kirk Street, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.